Greetings! So, in today's video, I'll be taking a look at this palette. This is the 20 Colors Aquafine palette from Daler-Rowney. Let's check it out. It's quite a big palette. Alright, so if you look on the back, you get all the color lineup. No pigment info on here though. You get some more info about the paints here. Color made in England, assembled in the Dominican Republic. So this is interesting because I had no idea that Daler-Rowney still made their paint in England. There's not a lot of info on the box. So this is the set. I have no idea how to open it. How are you supposed to open this? Oh my gosh, okay. Ow. Okay. So basically you have to press really hard on this. Ow. Sorry, I keep hurting myself on this because I have really sore fingers from just existing. Okay, so wow. You get these pop out. This opens up. This is the set. What else? What else? Is there any more like transformation nonsense going up? No, okay. So basically with the lid, I think, yeah, you can easily rotate that. Pop this out. Use it, I guess, as a palette with some wells. Okay, that one was easy to set up. These, on the other hand. Yeah. Alright, so I think with these wings, you're supposed to leave them attached, but you can also take them out if you want to rinse them. I think that's the main idea. Same with this. You can have it in your hands, but if you need to rinse it off, you can take it off the set and put it in the sink and rinse it off. Okay, so here's the 20 colors. We get lemon yellow, cadmium yellow hue, gamboge hue, vermilion hue, cadmium red hue, alizarin crimson hue. As this is the student range, most of the paints will be hues instead of the original pigments. That's fine. As long as the paints work well, all good. Then we get purple lake, Prussian blue, ultramarine blue dark, cobalt blue hue, cerulean hue, viridian hue, leaf green, sap green, yellow ochre, light red, burnt sienna, burnt umber, white, and black. Well, Chinese white and ivory black. Now, I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can, but I'm really happy to see that these are labeled and they have the pigment information on the pan themselves. These are like smaller pans, you know, with the indent, kind of reminiscent of Cutman or Van Gogh paints. All right, can I easily remove another one? Oh yeah, awesome. Again, this one, pigment info straight on the pan. You can see that this one is PY3 PG7. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate that the pans are not wrapped because it can be quite a lengthy process and a messy one too to unwrap everything when the sets get big. And also the fact that the pans are labeled and have pigment info and name and all of that straight on the pan from the manufacturer is always a blessing. This set comes with a brush. It is an Aquafine round brush in size 4. It seems to be a really nice serviceable size. Mine seems to have a few hairs stuck in the tubing. I'll definitely be using this brush to paint my swatches and demo, so I'll be able to report back on if this was salvageable or not. I'm always happy when I see like a decently sized brush included with sets because it doesn't happen all that much. And this is like regular length. There you go. Oh, poor brush. Regular length, good size tip. And yeah, hopefully I can tame these. If that's not possible, I might just cut them. That's the other trick you can use. But yeah, the brush seems nice too. So I'll be preparing demo pieces and a chart of these colors, and we'll be able to come back and take a look at that. And I'll share my impressions and thought on that. And I'm back with this palette. Now it's a bit difficult to open This is what it looks like now. Mostly used this tray here and didn't need these areas. I used the lid too, and I used the brush that came with the set. It still has its messed up hairs. Didn't really bother me when I'm painting, but yes, soon as the brush gets a bit too dry, these will pop out and be annoying. Other than that, I had no problems with the palette. The paints were super easy to re-wet. I love the fact that every single color is labeled by the company with the color name and pigment number. I really enjoy using this palette, even if it's a bit gimmicky. So this is what I painted with these paints. So you see my swatches here. It's a really interesting color selection. It has a bit of everything. So we get 3 yellows, 3 reds, 4 blues, and then we have 1 purple, 3 greens, 4 earth tones, and black and white. Now the white here is a lot more transparent than the white from, say, the Cotman set. It might not look like much, and some of the colors are definitely similar between themselves. But overall, it's a functional set. You can paint what you want to paint with it. With 20 colors in this set, you're not going to be missing out on much. Now, the paints themselves were easy to re-wet. I had no problem with that at all. Some colors are quite strong and a bit on the opaque side, like the ultramarine blue is so loaded with pigment that it can get a bit opaque. You can see it here. I had it in my mix and it kind of became a bit more opaque. The neutral gray I used is a mix of the burnt sienna and the ultramarine blue. I used various mixes of green and blue and yellow for all the greens. And here for the sky, I put some of the cerulean blue and made this gradient with some of the alizarin crimson and some of the purple lake at the bottom. It's not a set that I would say is mind-blowing, but what I like of the Daler-Rowney Aquafine colors is that they are a student range that delivers a good performance. Again, as is often the case with student paints, not all of their colors are on the same level, but they have a lot of really good options in here. I really like this cerulean blue, I really like the ultramarine blue. Most of their colors are really serviceable, I didn't have any issue with them. They layered well. They even have a bit of texture depending on the pigment, like the ultramarine blue is nicely pigmented and granulating, so that was nice. And yeah, overall, a really fun set. Now, it's up to you to decide if the box is a good gimmick or just a gimmick. Like I said, to me, the pros of this box is that it's quite compact in the end. The fact that all these mixing areas retract in the box, that's convenient. The fact that you can remove this palette to rinse it, wash it, or just, you know, paint with it in your hand is also quite nice. It definitely has room for a lot of colors, and you could easily, you know, replace the pans in here with professional grade or with color you like better, or, you know, refill the pans once you're done with new colors. Now, there are these 2 areas here that I am not entirely sure what they're for, but you could put tubes in here and other bits and bobs. You could have a pencil here and erasers and carry this as a complete kit. But yeah, if you tell me that's a bit gimmicky and you don't like it for that, I understand too. It's also very valid. So what about you guys? Have you painted with the Daler-Rowney Aquafine paints? What were your impressions of them? What do you think of this palette? It's really the, you know, the only one of its kind in a way. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. So let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and see you all in the next one. Bye bye.